in the 1973 film The Last Detail, directed by Hal Ashby, and adapted from Daryl Ponixon's novel by Robert Towne, a unique scene challenged one actress's comfort level. The story revolves around two Navy veterans, played by Jack Nicholson and Otis Young, who are tasked with escorting a young man, portrayed by Randy Quaid, to military prison. During the filming, one of the actresses faced a significant fear regarding her ability to perform a scene while unclothed. This moment not only tested her acting skills, but also highlighted the vulnerabilities actors often face in their craft. The ensemble cast also features Cliff James, Nancy Allen, and Carol Kane, each contributing to the film's rich narrative. The dynamic interactions among the characters bring humor and depth to the story, making it a memorable exploration of friendship, duty, and the human experience. The blend of comedy and drama in this film continues to resonate with audiences, showcasing the complexities of life in a way that remains relevant. The story follows two Navy veterans, Badusky and Mule, who are tasked with escorting a young sailor named Meadows to a naval prison for attempting to steal 40 from a charity. This seemingly small act leads to a dishonorable discharge and an 8-year prison sentence for Meadows, a punishment that seems harsh for such a minor crime. As Badusky, played by Jack Nicholson, and Mule, portrayed by Otis Young, begin their journey, they face the challenge of dealing with the naive and scared Meadows, who is portrayed by Randy Quaid. Throughout their trip, Badusky and Mule take it upon themselves to show Meadows a good time before he faces his grim fate. They introduce him to the world outside the confines of military life, allowing him to experience freedom and fun. The trio travels through various locations, engaging in activities that range from drinking to visiting a strip club. These moments serve to highlight the contrast between the carefree life they once had and the harsh reality that awaits Meadows. As Badusky and Mule bond with Meadows, they reflect on their own lives and the choices they made. The film explores themes of friendship, loyalty, and the consequences of one's actions. Badusky, who is more cynical and disillusioned, often clashes with the more easygoing Mule, creating a dynamic that adds depth to their characters. Their journey is not just a physical one, it is also an emotional exploration of what it means to serve in the military and the impact it has on personal lives. The film captures the essence of the early 1970s, showcasing a raw and honest portrayal of life in the Navy and the struggles faced by veterans. It questions the fairness of military justice and the societal expectations placed on young men. In the end, Badusky and Mule must confront their own beliefs about duty and sacrifice as they deliver Meadows to his fate, leaving viewers with a poignant reflection on the nature of friendship and the harsh realities of life. As the story unfolds, the two veterans, Badusky and Mulhall, initially see their assignment to escort young Meadows as just another job, a chance to enjoy some time away from their duties. However, they soon become aware of Meadows' deep vulnerability and low self-esteem. This realization shifts their perspective on the trip. Badusky, recognizing Meadows' struggles, takes it upon himself to impart some life lessons. He introduces Meadows to alcohol, believing that experiencing some of life's pleasures might help him gain confidence. Along the journey, Badusky also arranges for Meadows to have a sexual experience, hoping that these encounters will help him learn to stand up for himself. Through these interactions, the film explores themes of mentorship and personal growth. Badusky's intentions are rooted in a desire to prepare Meadows for the harsh realities of life outside the military. The emotional weight of their journey becomes evident as Badusky and Mulhall reflect on their own lives, realizing that their carefree attitudes are challenged by Meadows' situation. The bond that forms between them highlights the importance of connection and understanding as they navigate the complexities of friendship and responsibility. The trip, which started as a simple assignment, transforms into a profound exploration of life lessons, ultimately leaving a lasting impact on all three characters. Mule grapples with his feelings about the trip and the potential consequences of their actions. His concern lies in how these diversions might impact his standing with his military superiors. He knows that his role as a sailor comes with responsibilities, and any deviation from protocol could lead to trouble. However, as they set out on their journey, he ultimately decides to embrace the idea of helping Meadows enjoy his last days of freedom. The camaraderie between Mule and the others creates a light-hearted atmosphere, filled with laughter and moments of joy that contrast sharply with the grim reality awaiting Meadows. Upon reaching Portsmouth, the mood shifts dramatically. The harsh truth of Meadows' fate looms over them like a dark cloud. The light-hearted trip that once seemed like a celebration of friendship suddenly transforms into a somber reminder of the consequences of their actions. Mule's earlier acceptance of the situation gives way to a heavy sense of responsibility. The reality of Meadows' impending punishment catches up with the group, signaling an abrupt end to their carefree adventure. The weight of their choices settles in, leaving them to confront the stark differences between their fleeting moments of joy and the harsh realities of military life. The journey, initially filled with laughter, becomes a poignant reflection on duty, freedom, and the cost of choices made. Producer Gary S. Kaufman acquired the rights to the novel that inspired The Last Detail in 1969. This acquisition marked the beginning of a journey to bring the story to the big screen. Screenwriter Robert Towne was brought on board to adapt the novel into a screenplay. Towne tailored the script specifically for Jack Nicholson, who was already a rising star in Hollywood. Alongside Nicholson, actor Rupert Cross was initially cast to play a significant role in the film. However, as production progressed, tragedy struck when Cross was diagnosed with a terminal illness. This unfortunate turn of events led to a casting change, and Otis Young stepped in to replace Cross. Young's addition to the cast brought a new dynamic to the film, contributing to its overall impact. The collaboration between Kaufman, Towne, Nicholson, and Young ultimately shaped The Last Detail into a memorable cinematic experience that resonated with audiences and critics alike. Initially, the film The Last Detail was set to be directed by Robert Altman, a prominent figure known for his unique storytelling style. However, Hal Ashby eventually took the reins of the project. This change was largely influenced by Jack Nicholson, who advocated for Ashby despite the director's previous challenges with authority and the resistance from Columbia Pictures executives. They were wary of Ashby's reputation, which included a strong disinclination to conform to studio demands. Nicholson's support played a crucial role in persuading the studio to allow Ashby to direct. The film, based on Daryl Ponicksen's novel, tells the story of two Navy sailors tasked with escorting a young sailor to prison. Ashby's direction brought a distinct tone and depth to the narrative, showcasing the complexities of friendship and the impact of military life. The collaboration between Nicholson and Ashby resulted in a film that resonated with audiences, highlighting the nuances of human relationships against a backdrop of authority and rebellion. Due to budget constraints, the choice of Hal Ashby as the director for The Last Detail was made, but this decision came with challenges. The Navy prohibited filming on military bases, which led to some scenes being shot in Canada instead. This limitation forced the filmmakers to adapt their vision, while still aiming to capture the essence of the story. The screenplay, written by Robert Towne, was notable for its heavy use of profanity. The dialogue was crafted to reflect the feelings of powerlessness that the characters experienced. The frequent use of the F-word throughout the film, totaling 65 instances, was a deliberate choice to convey the raw emotions of the characters. This approach not only highlighted their struggles, but also set a record for profanity at its release, marking a significant moment in film history. The combination of these elements created a powerful narrative that resonated with audiences, emphasizing themes of authority and the human condition. The themes of The Last Detail resonate deeply with the context of the Vietnam War. Screenwriter Robert Towne linked the film's narrative to the broader implications of military life, suggesting that titles and ranks often conceal acts of violence and injustice. This perspective is particularly relevant when examining the legal punishment faced by the character Meadows, who is sentenced for a minor crime. The film captures the essence of how the military structure can mask the harsh realities of life, and the consequences of actions that might seem trivial in civilian life, but are treated with severity in a military context. The screenplay, completed in 1970, faced significant hurdles due to its heavy use of profanity. At that time, the language standards in film were much stricter, which caused delays in production. Filmmakers struggled to retain the authentic voice of the characters while navigating the censorship rules. However, by 1972, there was a noticeable shift in societal norms regarding language in cinema. This relaxation allowed the filmmakers to keep all the original profanity, which added to the raw and gritty feel of the film. The use of strong language not only reflects the characters' frustrations, but also serves as a commentary on the realities faced by soldiers and the impact of their experiences. The connection between the film's narrative and the cultural backdrop of the Vietnam War enhances its emotional depth, making it a poignant exploration of duty, consequence, and the human condition. Jack Nicholson made a significant choice when he turned down a role in The Sting, a film that would go on to achieve great success. Instead, he opted to star in The Last Detail, a decision that not only showcased his dedication to the project, but also altered the landscape of that year's Academy Awards. With Nicholson stepping away from The Sting, Robert Redford took the opportunity and filled the role that was originally meant for Nicholson. This casting change created a fascinating dynamic, as both actors found themselves in the spotlight during the 1973 Academy Awards. They were both nominated for Best Actor, highlighting their performances in their respective films. However, the competition was fierce, and both Nicholson and Redford ultimately lost to Jack Lemmon, who won for his role in Save the Tiger. This twist of fate not only reflects the unpredictable nature of Hollywood, but also underscores the impact of casting decisions on an actor's career and the films they choose to be part of. The choices made by Nicholson and Redford that year resonate in film history, illustrating how a single decision can shape the trajectory of multiple careers in films. John Travolta was initially considered for the role of Meadows in the 1973 film The Last Detail, but the part ultimately went to Randy Quaid. Quaid's portrayal of Meadows, a naive sailor, is often highlighted as one of the standout performances in the film. His ability to embody the character's innocence and vulnerability added depth to the narrative, making Meadows a memorable figure in the story. This role marked a significant moment in Quaid's career, showcasing his talent in a dramatic context that contrasted sharply with his later comedic roles. After The Last Detail, Randy Quaid became widely recognized for his performances in comedies such as National Lampoon's Vacation, where he played the quirky cousin Eddie. This shift to comedy allowed him to explore a different facet of his acting abilities, yet the impact of his earlier work in more serious roles, like Meadows, remained evident. Quaid's versatility as an actor has allowed him to navigate various genres, making him a notable figure in Hollywood. His journey from a dramatic role to comedic fame illustrates the range of his talent and the evolution of his career. In this film, Gilda Radner made her feature debut as a Buddhist chanter. Her role is brief, and many viewers might overlook it during their first viewing. However, her appearance adds a unique touch to the film's atmosphere. The story follows two Navy sailors, Badusky and Mule, who are tasked with escorting a young sailor to military prison. As they navigate this journey, they engage in various adventures that highlight themes of friendship, duty, and the harsh realities of military life. At the end of the movie, Badusky and Mule are seen walking away from the brig in a disciplined march. The scene captures a poignant moment of camaraderie and reflection. Mule makes a minor misstep, which Badusky quickly corrects, emphasizing the bond between the two characters. This moment is set to a lively marching band rendition of Anchors Aweigh, adding a layer of irony and emotion to their departure. The combination of Radner's debut and the final scene creates a lasting impression that resonates with the audience. Nancy Allen made her film debut in The Last Detail, a significant moment in her career. Initially, she was offered a different role in the film, which was an exciting opportunity for her. However, she ultimately declined the part due to her nerves about performing a nude scene. This decision was not easy for her, as it meant stepping away from a chance to showcase her talent in a prominent film. As a result of her choice, the role was then given to Carol Kane, who took on the character and performed it exceptionally well. Kane's portrayal added depth to the film, and she received praise for her work. Allen's experience highlights the pressures young actors face in the industry, especially when it comes to sensitive scenes. Despite not taking that particular role, Allen would go on to have a successful career, proving that sometimes the decisions made in the early stages can shape one's path in unexpected ways. Carol Kane's performance in The Last Detail is a standout element of the film, showcasing her ability to convey deep emotional intensity. Her role includes an extended nude scene, which she approached with a level of vulnerability and authenticity that resonated with audiences and critics alike. This choice of casting was seen as more fitting than that of Nancy Allen, as Kane brought a unique depth to her character that enhanced the film's exploration of its themes. The Last Detail is recognized for its blend of comedy and drama, effectively capturing the feelings of powerlessness, authority, and the need for human connection. The film features memorable performances from Jack Nicholson and Randy Quaid, alongside Kane, creating a powerful ensemble that drives the narrative. The raw, profanity-laden dialogue contributes to the film's gritty realism, making it a poignant reflection of the early 1970s. Hal Ashby's direction elevates the film, marking it as a significant work in his career and a classic representation of 1970s cinema. The Last Detail, directed by Hal Ashby, stands as an unsung classic of American cinema, offering a poignant and darkly humorous exploration of life within the U.S. Navy during the early 1970s. Released in 1973, the film initially garnered attention for its unprecedented use of profanity, a hallmark that has since faded in impact, but not in significance. The film's narrative centers around two seasoned Navy sailors, played by Jack Nicholson, and Otis Young, tasked with escorting a young sailor, portrayed by Randy Quaid, to military prison for a minor infraction. This seemingly straightforward premise unfolds into a rich tapestry of themes, including camaraderie, confinement, and the disillusionment of service life. The character's journey is not merely physical, it becomes an exploration of their own existential prisons. Nicholson's character, a charismatic yet jaded lifer, embodies the frustrations and coarseness that permeate military life. Young's portrayal balances Nicholson's exuberance with a grounded wisdom, allowing for a dynamic interplay that highlights the film's deeper messages about the human condition. Quaid's performance as the naive young sailor adds a layer of innocence that contrasts sharply with the seasoned cynicism of his escorts. Together, they embark on a series of escapades that include hard drinking, bar fights, and encounters with sex workers, all of which serve as both a farewell to freedom for the young sailor and a reflection of the sailor's own lost dreams. While the film's humor is dark and often biting, it simultaneously offers a critique of the societal and institutional decay of 1970s America. Ashby's direction captures the bleakness of urban landscapes, mirroring the internal struggles of the characters. The film's ability to blend comedy with a sobering reality resonates strongly, making it a powerful commentary on the lives of those who serve in the military and the societal expectations placed upon them. Despite its initial notoriety, The Last Detail has often been overshadowed by more commercially successful films of its era. This is a disservice to its enduring legacy, as the film encapsulates a raw honesty that is increasingly relevant in contemporary discussions about military service and societal values. The performances are universally praised, with Nicholson's early career brilliance on full display, showcasing a talent that would later dominate Hollywood. Young's performance, while not as widely recognized, is equally compelling, providing a necessary counterbalance to Nicholson's more flamboyant portrayal. Quaid's role, too, is memorable, capturing the essence of youthful innocence amidst a harsh reality. In retrospect, the film serves as a reminder of a time when cinema was deeply invested in realism and social commentary. As the landscape of American film shifted towards escapism and blockbuster spectacles in the years following its release, The Last Detail became a relic of a bygone era. Yet, as audiences today grapple with complex social issues, the film's themes resonate once more, suggesting a resurgence of interest in narratives that challenge and provoke thought. In conclusion, The Last Detail is a film that deserves recognition not only for its performances and direction but also for its incisive commentary on life and the human experience. It stands as a testament to the power of cinema to reflect societal truths and the enduring struggles of individuals caught within larger systems. As we revisit this classic, it becomes clear that it is more than just a product of its time. It is a timeless exploration of freedom, friendship, and the search for meaning in a world fraught with challenges. As we close the curtain on the gripping journey of The Last Detail, a new chapter awaits. What happened to the talented cast after the credits rolled? The characters we followed through the highs and lows of military life left a lasting impact, but their stories didn't end there. Each actor embarked on unique paths that took them from the silver screen to unexpected places. Did they continue to shine in Hollywood, or did they choose to step away from the spotlight? Join us as we delve into the lives of the stars who brought these unforgettable roles to life. Discover the triumphs and challenges they faced in their careers, the projects that defined their legacies, and the personal journeys that shaped them. From acclaimed performances to surprising career shifts, the aftermath of The Last Detail reveals a tapestry of experiences that is as captivating as the film itself. Stay with us as we uncover the fascinating tales behind the faces you thought you knew, and find out what truly happened after The Last Detail was delivered. In the 1973 film The Last Detail, Hal Ashby plays the role of the bearded man at the bar during a pivotal darts scene. This character, though minor, adds depth to the film's exploration of camaraderie and the darker aspects of military life. The bearded man embodies the disillusionment and rawness of a world where men seek solace in alcohol and fleeting connections. Ashby's portrayal captures a moment of reflection amidst chaos, hinting at the broader themes of loss and the search for meaning. After the last detail, Hal Ashby's career flourished with notable films like Harold and Maude and Being There. However, his personal life was marked by turmoil. He battled substance abuse, which affected both his relationships and work. Ashby faced significant challenges, including a tumultuous marriage to actress Joan Kahn that ended in divorce. He also dealt with the tragic death of his close friend and collaborator, which deepened his struggles with depression. In the later years of his life, Ashby's health declined due to cancer, and he became increasingly isolated. He passed away in 1988, leaving behind a legacy of films that continue to resonate. His life reflects the complexities of artistic genius, intertwined with personal demons. Last known information indicates that Ashby's films are being revisited for their cultural significance, shedding light on his unique vision and the shadows that accompanied it. Randy Quaid played Meadows in the 1973 film The Last Detail, a character that stands out for his vulnerability and complexity. Meadows is a sailor serving a short sentence, and Quaid's performance captures the essence of a man caught in a system much larger than himself. His portrayal adds depth to the film, showcasing both humor and despair as he navigates the harsh realities of military life and friendship. After The Last Detail, Quaid's career had notable highs and lows. He gained fame in films like National Lampoon's Vacation and Independence Day, but personal struggles began to overshadow his work. In the mid-2000s, he faced serious legal troubles, including arrests for burglary and vandalism. His erratic behavior raised concerns, leading to a public breakdown that included bizarre claims about being hunted by Hollywood star whackers. Quaid's life took a darker turn as he and his wife faced financial issues, leading them to seek asylum in Canada in 2010. Their claims of being persecuted by the entertainment industry painted a picture of paranoia and distress. As of the last known information, Quaid and his wife remain in Canada, living a reclusive life away from the public eye, with little news of their current situation. Clifton James played the role of MAA in the 1973 film The Last Detail, a character that served as a stern military officer overseeing the transport of a young sailor to prison. James brought a unique intensity to the role, embodying a sense of authority and moral complexity that resonated with audiences. His performance highlighted the struggles of duty versus compassion, marking a significant moment in his career. After The Last Detail, Clifton James continued to act in various films and television shows, but he faced personal challenges. He battled alcoholism, which impacted his career and personal life. Despite these hardships, he managed to secure roles in notable projects like the James Bond films Live and Let Die and The Man with the Golden Gun, where he played Sheriff J.W. Pepper. James also faced a series of tragedies, including the death of his son, which deeply affected him. He spent his later years in relative obscurity, living in the shadow of his earlier successes. His health declined, and he dealt with the effects of diabetes and other ailments. The last known information about Clifton James indicates he passed away on April 15, 2021, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and struggle. In the 1973 film The Last Detail, Carol Kane portrays the role of young Hoare, a character that offers a glimpse into the darker corners of life. Kane's performance is haunting, capturing the vulnerability and desperation of her character in a world marked by harsh realities. This role stands out as a stark contrast to her later comedic performances, showcasing her range as an actress. After The Last Detail, Carol Kane's career flourished, but it was not without its challenges. She faced the struggle of being typecast in comedic roles, often overshadowing her dramatic abilities. Despite this, she found success in television and film, earning acclaim for her work in shows like Taxi and films such as Annie Hall. However, behind the scenes, Kane battled personal hardships, including the pressures of fame and the toll it took on her mental health. Kane has remained a private person, with few scandals surfacing over the years. She has spoken about the loneliness that can accompany success, revealing a complex inner life. As of the latest updates, Kane continues to work in the industry, taking on various roles that reflect her enduring talent and resilience. Her journey serves as a testament to the struggles many face in the pursuit of their craft, making her story both inspiring and poignant. Michael Moriarty portrayed Marino D. in the 1973 film The Last Detail, delivering a raw and authentic performance that captured the complexities of a man grappling with authority and the burdens of military life. His character navigated a journey filled with tension, showcasing Moriarty's ability to convey deep emotional struggles. This role marked a significant moment in his career, highlighting his talent for playing flawed, yet relatable characters. After The Last Detail, Moriarty's career took various turns. He gained acclaim for his work on television, notably in the series Law and Order, where he played Ben Stone. However, his life was not without turmoil. Moriarty faced personal challenges, including battles with alcohol and a contentious relationship with Hollywood, which led to his departure from the industry. He became known for his outspoken views, often leading to controversy. His later years saw him retreating from mainstream acting, moving to Canada, and embracing a quieter life focused on music and painting. As of the latest updates, Michael Moriarty remains a reclusive figure, with few public appearances. His legacy is marked by both his artistic contributions and the shadows of his personal struggles. Jack Nicholson's portrayal of Badusky in the 1973 film The Last Detail is a haunting exploration of a man burdened by the weight of duty and disillusionment. Badusky is a Navy officer tasked with escorting a young sailor to prison, and Nicholson's performance captures the character's mix of cynicism and unexpected compassion. The role stands out in Nicholson's career, showcasing his ability to blend humor with deep emotional struggles, reflecting a generation grappling with authority and purpose. After The Last Detail, Nicholson's career soared, earning him acclaim for roles in films like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Chinatown. However, his personal life was marked by scandals and challenges. He faced tumultuous relationships, including high-profile romances with actresses like Angelica Houston and Rebecca Broussard. Nicholson's struggle with alcoholism and his penchant for a wild lifestyle often overshadowed his cinematic achievements. He also dealt with the complexities of fatherhood, having several children with different partners, which added to his enigmatic persona. As of late 2023, Nicholson has largely stepped away from the public eye, with reports indicating he is living a quiet life away from Hollywood. His last major appearance was in 2010, and he remains a figure shrouded in mystery, leaving fans to ponder the legacy of a man who once dominated the screen with his intense performances. Otis Young portrayed Mulhall in the 1973 film The Last Detail, delivering a performance that captured the complexity of a man grappling with the weight of duty and personal conflict. His character served as a foil to the more reckless and carefree aspects of his co-stars, embodying a sense of responsibility that was both admirable and tragic. Young's portrayal added depth to the narrative, highlighting the emotional toll of military life and the burdens carried by those who serve. After The Last Detail, Otis Young's career continued, but he faced challenges that would define his later years. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen only for roles that emphasized his race. This limited his opportunities in an industry that was slow to embrace diversity. Personal hardships followed, including financial difficulties and battles with addiction. Young's private life was marked by periods of isolation, and he became reclusive as he distanced himself from Hollywood's bright lights. In his later years, Young's whereabouts became increasingly obscure, with little public information about his life after the 1980s. Reports suggest he lived in relative anonymity, away from the pressures of fame. The last known details point to a man who, despite his early promise, faced significant struggles both personally and professionally. His story remains a poignant reminder of the hidden battles many face, leaving a lingering mystery about the man behind the roles. Michael Chapman played the role of a taxi driver in the 1973 film The Last Detail, a character that served as a pivotal connection between the main characters and the gritty realities of life. His portrayal added depth to the film, showcasing the struggles and disillusionment faced by those who navigate a world filled with broken dreams. Chapman's performance was marked by a raw authenticity that resonated with audiences, capturing the essence of a man trapped in a cycle of despair. After The Last Detail, Chapman's career took various turns, but he remained primarily behind the camera as a cinematographer, known for his work on films like Raging Bull and The Fugitive. However, his personal life was not without turmoil. He faced significant challenges, including battles with substance abuse and a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce. These hardships often overshadowed his professional achievements, leaving a complex legacy. In his later years, Chapman struggled with health issues, including heart problems that required surgery. He passed away in 2020, leaving behind a body of work that reflects both brilliance and the shadows of his personal struggles. The The last known information reveals a man who, despite his talents, grappled with the darker sides of fame and life. In the 1973 film The Last Detail, Nancy Allen portrays Nancy, a young woman caught in the lives of two Navy sailors on a mission to escort a young sailor to prison. Her character embodies innocence and vulnerability, drawing attention to the emotional weight of the sailor's journey. Allen's performance stands out, capturing the complexities of a woman navigating a world filled with male bravado and underlying sorrow. After The Last Detail, Nancy Allen's career saw significant ups and downs. She gained fame in the late 1970s and early 1980s, notably in the iconic film RoboCop. However, her personal life was marred by challenges. She faced a tumultuous marriage to director Brian De Palma, which ended in divorce. The split was highly publicized and added to the scrutiny surrounding her career. Additionally, Allen battled the pressures of Hollywood, dealing with typecasting and the struggle to find meaningful roles. In her later years, Allen stepped back from acting, focusing on her personal life and advocacy work. She has spoken openly about the difficulties of maintaining a career in a demanding industry, highlighting the darker side of fame. As of the latest updates, she remains involved in various projects, though she has largely retreated from the spotlight. Her journey reflects the complexities of success and the shadows that often accompany it. Gilda Radner played a small yet memorable role in the 1973 film The Last Detail, portraying a Nichiren Shoshu member. Her character, though not central to the plot, added a layer of complexity to the story, reflecting the film's exploration of life and its burdens. Radner's performance hinted at her ability to convey deep emotion, a skill that would later define her career on Saturday Night Live. After the show ended, Radner faced significant personal challenges. She battled with bulimia and depression, which were exacerbated by the pressures of fame. Her marriage to actor Gene Wilder brought both joy and struggle as they navigated the ups and downs of life in the public eye. In 1989, Radner was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, a battle that changed her life dramatically. She became an advocate for cancer awareness, sharing her story to help others. Radner's legacy continues to resonate, inspiring many with her humor and resilience. The last known information about her is that she passed away in 1989, but her impact on comedy and her fight against cancer remains significant. As we wrap up our look at The Last Detail, it's hard not to feel a sense of nostalgia for a film that captured the spirit of its time. The journey of Bud, Mule, and the young sailor was more than just a road trip. It was a poignant exploration of friendship, duty, and the struggles of life. Jack Nicholson, Randy Quaid, and Otis Young delivered unforgettable performances that resonated deeply with audiences. Their careers took off after this film, with Nicholson becoming an iconic figure in Hollywood, while Quaid faced his own challenges, including personal struggles and a roller coaster career. Did you watch this movie during your childhood? What memories does it bring back for you? Perhaps it sparked conversations about friendship, or made you reflect on your own experiences in the military or beyond. We invite you to share your stories and connections to The Last Detail in the comments below. Your memories matter, and we would love to hear how this film touched your